burritos. Don't fool yourself. I'm not saying that's a bad thing because I actually like that, but I will always take a burrito over an enchilada. But yeah, that's just something I wanted to point out.
Doesn't enchilada also have a specific sauce?
Technically, it can, but when it comes to Tex-Mex, it doesn't fucking matter. Cheese, chile con queso, chile con carne, mole, fucking salsa verde, crema con chipotle, all that shit.
Dang.
Oh, baby. One of my favorite like types of enchiladas is with the chipotle cream sauce.
Apparently, I called Great Canadian North Canadian bacon.
Why would you do that? Canadian bacon's not even really bacon.
It's a way to slice ham.
It is, and that's not bacon.
Oh my god, no. That's like saying barley wine ale isn't a wine. Well, no shit.
Not everybody knows that. You call Canadian bacon to say that in front of a Canadian and see what they say. You might as well tell them Tim Hortons is not a coffee. All right.
No, that's not what we're saying. No. Yeah. We're not committing heresy here.
Same reaction. We have like 6 boxes of fucking Keurig Tim Hortons coffee right now in my kitchen. I love it. It's delicious. I'm slowly turning Canadian.
There's a song about that, I think.
Turning Canadian. I really think so.
It's got racist in here.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean anything about it. A boat it. It's not a boot. It's a boat.
Oh my god. So, not only can you do all that with tortillas, you can do what some businesses have started doing and begun wrapping hard taco shells, in the tortillas with cheese, with another tortilla with extra cheese and meat wrapped around it.
I literally did that like 3 days ago. I make double-decker tacos all the time.
It's magical.
All the time. It's so fucking good. Oh my god. You just get a soft taco tortilla, the soft flour tortilla, put some cheese on it, throw that in the oven for a couple minutes to where it bakes up nice and good. You get your hard shell tortilla, which is generally corn, and just lay it on top, press it down a little bit, roll it over, just it was nice and melty. Just
unify all those flavors into something truly magical.
It is magic is the perfect word for that.
And now the beauty of everything we have just talked about in the last hour and a half or so is that we have covered the entire globe food-wise. We missed
Asia. Is there an Asian bread? They're not real big on breads in a lot of Asian communities.
They are. They have a lot of
cheese. You don't see a lot of cheese in Asia either.
They have some unleavened breads,
right?
Crisp breads. Here.
I mean, the only thing that comes to mind is like panko.
Roti.
Roti
is a similar product. Is a very similar product to naan bread.
Where's it from?
India.
Okay. I guess that does get. Yeah, we did do Asia then.
It is specific to South Asia and Africa.
Okay. Yeah, African cuisine's pretty awesome.
So again, very similar to what naan bread does, except cooked in a different way and more baked than fried up in a hot bowl.
Gotcha. Well, all right then.
There you go.
We hit the things. Now, Antarctica, do they have penguin bread? No, they don't.
I will shoot you. I will shoot you so fast.
Not bread made of penguins. Bread that penguins might want to eat every so often.
That's white bread.
Do penguins eat white bread? Is that a fact?
If you toss chunks at them, yeah, sure. Why?
What about the little dude from like the kid cuisines? You know, the blue boxes from like the 90s. The little penguin on the front.
He only consumed punches in the face.
He does. He only consumes really cheaply produced corn and brownies that were like always really cold on the inside, but like molten hot magma on the outside, and really flavorless chicken nuggets. Yeah.
As I was saying though, the big purpose, the big the big point I was trying to get at is bread spans the globe in so many different ways. They touch cuisines that we even those of us that have experienced a little bit more than some have barely understand. That every culture has their own traditions of bread. It is one of the oldest foodstuffs that we know of that's manufactured by humanity.
True.
And as some of us may know, right after it, we started to drink it.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Some people let bread go bad and goop up, and all of a sudden, we had beer.
Magic.
We had beer. Because, as many know, beer is liquid bread.
Indeed.
It is. Now, we've already gone over alcohols to a certain extent, but I always like to touch on, when talking about bread, that beer is an important secondary. Because if you're good at making bread, chances are you might know a thing or two about making beer. Because you know how yeast functions.
You have the chemical process down for the most part.
Now, I don't know much about making beer. I have never done it myself. I know about consuming it, not so much about making it.
One of my favorite pastimes.
But if you are so inclined, and if you are the kind of individual that's watching this and getting curious about baking, also take time to look into what brewing happens. Because I mean, across the country, at least in the United States, in the last 20 years or so, microbrews and home brews have become a major thing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We no longer have to suffer with the major brews such as Budweiser and Miller. And actually, for tomorrow evening, when I'm doing the 24-hour stream, I have some Honkers I'm going to have for myself.
Honkers?
Goose Island. What?
Dan, I can't see you. I don't have your camera. I can see you.
I know,
on the
but
thing.
you've heard of Honkers and Goose Island, haven't you?
I haven't. I have no clue what that is.
It's Chicago.
Where am I?
Fair point.
Where am I?
Fair point.
Let's not say ignorance is definitely ignorance is like part of our like modus operandi. We don't need to know anything else because we're fucking Texas. I don't know what the hell even is a Chicago. I don't even. Is that like a food? What is? I don't understand.
If you want to know a good Chicago beer, look up Goose Island. They're a great brewing house.
I will indeed.
There you go. So that's just something I wanted to bring up and make a note of. If you enjoy baking, or if you have a good knowledge base or are interested in baking, also if you want to know more, look up brewing. Start to learn a little bit about that because it is a very interesting art.
I'm pretty interested in it myself. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
It might have to be a thing.
With that being said, I don't believe I saw any questions in chat that I might have missed.
No, I didn't notice any. I mean, now's the time.
I've been trying to catch any question that might have hit chat. If you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them. We have a little more time. We did start a little late, so I don't mind going just a little bit over. That's not a problem at all. If you have a question, though, feel free to throw it in right now. We'd be happy to answer. For next week's topics, you get to have a choice of the actual topic itself. I spent most of the talking this time, so I can only imagine you might want to spend a lot of time talking yourself next week. Anything specific you had in mind you want to hit on?
You know, there's a few things we talked about, but I'm really kind of liking this breakfast idea, to be perfectly honest.
Ooh.
Because I think that is something that the both of us can really speak on at great length.
In our own specific way.
Very much so, because there's a lot of things I enjoy for breakfast that I don't think you would like or be able to eat, because I am from Texas, so we put spicy shit in everything. I have a couple of just like standard like go-to recipes for breakfast things that I make all the time. Breakfast foods are
Hold on just a second. Hold up just a hot second. Just a moment. They can't hear you. There we go. And we're back. There we go. There we go. Mods, please watch the chat.
Ooh. Something crazy going on.
Yeah, someone threw a link in there, and they didn't kill it.
Did they not?
No.
I don't even. Oh well. Anyways, breakfast foods. Yeah. You could. It's got a very wide range of ingredients, so a lot of different things can be encompassed. A lot of different diets can be satiated.
Mhm.
I have a lot of friends who are doing the keto diet right now, and that's
What's
pretty much all
that?
keto. You don't know what keto is?
No.
Keto is essentially a diet that completely cuts out carbs and sugars. And what it does is it sets your body into this state called ketosis, which is basically starvation. But it's because you have a deficiency of a lot of things that we have in our diet. It's weird and it's not an easy diet to do because of when your body is experiencing the initial stages of ketosis, you get really what basically feels like that you have the flu for like 2 or 3 days. You feel awful.
This
But
doesn't sound healthy.
well, that's the thing. It's not super healthy, but once your body gets into that state, you're essentially fine, and the weight just melts off. I've had a lot of friends who have had a lot of success with it. It's not really something I think I would want to try because, like you, I don't believe it sounds like a good thing. But many people have had a lot of really good success. I have watched one of the people I work with just completely shed pounds in weeks, and it's pretty amazing. And he's not sickly; he doesn't feel bad. So I don't know. It's just one of those things. But basically, their food is like every day they're eating bacon, eggs, and like spinach. So it's breakfast food. But anyway, yeah, I think that sounds like a pretty good.
I would definitely love to talk about breakfast because I love me pancakes. Pancakes.
And we can have the great debate, man. We could definitely have the pancakes versus waffles argument.
I'm fine with both. No, I don't feel that's an argument. I feel that's whatever you love.
Right.
I love both. I know more recipes for pancakes though. Pancakes because I don't have a waffle iron.
Yeah. Kind of a key piece of equipment in that situation. So understandable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of really fun things to be made.
I also I really feel it's important that we talk to people about bacon.
Of course.
And there's so many wonderful things that can happen with bacon.
Everything.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a little flustered here with bacon, thinking, oh my god.
He's getting a little verklempt.
I'm getting a little verklempt here.
Amongst yourselves.
Oh my god.
Canadian bacon is neither Canadian nor bacon. Discuss.
Also, as I mentioned earlier, I love me some hash browns, some
Oh,
fried
man.
Potato bits with cheese.
There's another argument. Hash or home fries? That's a fun argument.
Son of a bitch.
I want to throw the controversy down, baby.
You want to toss down on this.
I do. I really do because that is what it's about.
Okay. All right. I will defend my hash browns to the death.
And I'm coming strong with the home fries, baby. I'm coming strong with the home fries.
You can come strong with your mush all you want.
There's no mush, baby.
There's mush.
There is texture.
No.
We'll save. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we had like a WWE style throwdown here. Somebody may not necessarily walk away with a belt, but there's going to be a fight. And it's happening next Sunday.
Can you do Sunday, please?
Friday.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. I think that one thing we could both agree on, though, put some green onions and cheese on that shit ASAP.
Pretty much.
ASAP.
Kind of hard to argue with that.
Oh my God. Whether it's hash browns, home fries, whatever kind of fried potato product you are making for your breakfast, get some green onions, get some cheese, get some bacon on that too. Get it all good to go and get it nice GB and D.
Do it.
Oh. So with that being said, I know Kino had a question about rye breads in chat. Now, I'm not sure exactly what your question was, Kino. So I'm going to give you a moment to tell us what your question was before we close out the show, but I do want to answer that before we get going here. Mega Barrel, are green onions chives?
Yeah, kind of.
Chives are like the...
Chives are technically a very different thing.
Yeah.
But they are sort of similar in like appearance and flavor profile.
Yeah.
Chives are a lot more subtle, but they're small. They're tiny, like strand. They look like grass when you don't chop them up.
And generally speaking, dried chives are what you're getting when you get a dried product. Green onions you can't get as a dried product.
Right. Green onions are bigger. They have a little white bulb at the tip, like most onions.
Yeah.
They're, sliced, obviously a little bit thicker.
I always say chives are wonderful. Go green onions. And just dice them up.
I've worked at places where people will chop up green onions and pass them as chives, and they're wrong, but nobody knows. So, I mean, that's a really good question because I have seen them passed off as incorrect, chives.
The flavor profiles are similar. That's understandable.
And people just think that, people don't know the difference. Fuck it, we call it whatever the hell we want. But no, they're not the same.
Yeah.
They're different.
No. So, I'll let Kino try to get her question in still.
The question.
People
hash browns smothered in gravy.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
I used to work with a guy who literally named his fantasy football team Sausage Gravy.
Should I do a breakfast menu item next week too?
Fuck it. Why not?
I'm
all out.
I'm gonna bring out my pancake recipe. I have worked on this pancake recipe for 6 years to be the most delicious, rich, horrible for you pancakes possible.
It sounds like something I would be very interested in hearing.
They are so magical.
So what you do is you take your Bisquick.
Fuck you.
Secret of Bisquick, one of the best breadings for hot wings.
Ooh.
That's Yep. Try that one day. If you like hot wings, try Bisquick with your breading.
Interesting idea.
Yeah.
Interesting idea. Okay, so Kino's question about rye bread. Is there a difference between rye bread and multigrain bread? Multigrain bread is a form of rye bread.
All right.
Normally basic rye bread has one of those heartier grains in it. Multigrain has multiple of the grains in it. It's as simple as that. A lot of people also will say, I just like multigrain bread, and they buy whatever multigrain bread says multigrain. Watch your ingredients, because companies will sell off multigrain bread when there really isn't a lot of grain in it in the first place. So be careful with that. They will sell a health product when it's barely a health product.
Careful.
Yeah. Nappy Cat asking, good to see you, Nappy Cat. I have a question. A huge fan of creamy white gravy. That's a good thing to be a fan of. Good country gravy is fantastic. Whether it's peppered or sausage or both something else, as long as it's not sweet, I can eat it by the bowlful. Any recommended recipes?
We could find a recipe for next week.
I'm not an expert in this. This would be your area of expertise.
We got a couple gravy recipes we can handle. We can do something or two. Yeah, tune in next week. We'll have a gravy recipe for you.
Do I brown my flour first before making gravy? I will make a roux.
Yeah.
Nappy before making gravy, but I won't just straight up brown my flour.
Yeah, browning is a bit much. It's a bit extreme.
Yeah, I don't brown my flour. I just make a roux. Roux is a nice base for gravy, in my opinion.
Yeah, brown is a bit too extreme for gravy. You don't need that much.
Okay. With that being said, folks, if you get a question during the week, maybe you're watching this on video on demand, or either on our YouTube page or our Twitch page. I will try to get these up on YouTube if I can pull the VODs. I should be able to download them just fine from our Twitch highlights, hopefully. With that being said, though, feel free to email any questions you might have during the week to the Rob and Dan Show at gmail.com. The Rob and Dan Show at gmail.com. Remember, tomorrow, guys, starting at noon Eastern, we start our 24-hour celebration, our 24-hour live stream to celebrate 3,000 researchers.
What? 3,000?
Over 3,000.
It's over 3,000!
That was perfect. Oh my God. No, Nappy, I say that's not a normal step. I would say that's not a normal step.
Yeah, it's not normal, but regional things are very,
yeah,
very
I'm
outside.
sure
Those are always exceptions.
It might just be a normal thing. Anywho,
It's normal to you. That's fine.
Yeah, that's what matters. That is going to be all for this episode. This is episode 8, by the way.
We're getting there, buddy.
Episode 8. Bahamut, you do a couple things other than this a lot outside along the internets. A few other things. You do some music.
I
some music.
Macrame things. Occasionally, I will knit a sweater. I like long walks on the beach. I like pina coladas.
Mm-hmm.
Getting caught in the rain. That's about it.
Okie dokie. That got awkward quickly.
I do that sometimes.
You do a lot of music?
I do.
You do some music? You also do a little thing on Tuesdays. A little thing on Tuesdays.
I haven't been able to do it here lately. I've actually Tuesdays. Well, I just had my schedule rearranged at work, and I'm on a new game, so everything's a lot more difficult. But the past couple of Tuesdays, I've had to skip it. But yeah, you know what? Let me do a little thing here. Regardless of whether or not I am on it, you guys should definitely check out Rushlock. Twitch.tv/Rushlock, as he is a friend of mine. And he does a lot of casting of Marvel heroes. He used to do Eve a lot. But yeah, every Tuesday we are allegedly playing World of Warcraft. We're playing our drunken hammer bros.
Mm-hmm.
Dwarfs, hammers, and you have to have the word bro in your name. Did I not mention that? Because that's the case.
That's an important thing to remember.
You got to be a bro.
And that would be every Tuesday night, if you can get back to it.
I certainly hope.
And that is on retail. What server is that?
We are on Muradin.
Muradin. A good dwarfy name.
Absolutely perfect.
There you go. We will be back next week with another On the Line Breakfast Edition.
Oh, it's going to be probably one of our favorites yet. I think I'm already feeling it.
Episode number 9. This time it's for real.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know about you guys, we take our breakfast pretty fucking seriously.
Absolutely.
And not just, I'm going to put some shitty cereal in a bowl. No.
I haven't had cereal in years.
I have cereal every so often just because I'm lazy.
Heard that.
Yeah. But when I want to do breakfast, we got bacon going on. We got some omelets. Oh my God. I hate eggs.
Not to have eggs.
I hate eggs and I love omelets.
You're weird.
I am incredibly weird.
You're a weird dude.
And I am going to pile a massive stack of pancakes with hash browns, with cheese, and all that shit on them.
Tell you what, you come with that. I'm gonna come with something crazy. I'm gonna throw some chilaquiles at your ass. How about that? You know what chilaquiles are?
It's not ringing a bell.
Oh man, chilaquiles is an amazing Mexican breakfast food. Oh baby, chilaquiles. Oh, this is happening. This is a thing.
I figured you'd go with like a steak and eggs breakfast.
No, fuck that. Everybody's steak and eggs is delicious but boring. Here's some steak. Here's some eggs. Plus, we've already done a steak recipe. We did your steak rub. So I'm gonna do some chilaquiles. I'm gonna bring the Southwest into the light here. That's what's happening.
Okay. Alrighty. We're gonna bring the noise next week in a major way.
Bringing the noise, bringing the fun.
Breakfast is happening. With that being said, though, We're going to go ahead and take a timeout real quick. That's it for On the Line. Bahamut, it's great to see you as always. It's always so much fun to be a part of this. So we're going to be right back. I'm going to go to World of Warcraft for the rest of your Friday evening. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter cast night because tomorrow, again, we do have the 24-hour stream that's starting up.
Beauty sleep.
Noon tomorrow. I need my beauty sleep. With that being said, though, I will see you guys in just a few minutes. Again, thanks, Bahamut, for being here for us for that. Make sure you check out his links in chat, guys. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching On the Line, or what was On the Line, and soon to be World of Warcraft, right here. Twitch.tv/The Rob and Den Show.